All right, Cyber Traders, welcome on back here this Thursday afternoon, January 12th, shortly after 2:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Great to see Scott and Chuck still with us here, and as well as Nicholas and Mark. We had Elizabeth just before. A lot of us still with us here this afternoon. Markets have only been moving on and on up across the day, but hey, in an up market we make money, in a down market we make money. I always love proving that point. But nevertheless, it's not just because the markets are going up as to us making money. I mean, it's been one runner after another here. Great to see Mike and Mark joining us right now. So, obviously CVNA, the big one to talk about. Actually, not to say the big one. There's a couple of big ones, right? Like I just said. So, one of a few, but CVNA, it's still near the highs. So I'll definitely put this on our watch list so far to begin this meeting. But at least to go over this move from the morning, there was a lot of buying on this trade at a couple of different price levels. In fact, the first level to watch was roughly off of 550 and 544. So 550 was the closing bell print from yesterday. And after a couple of points of consolidation around there, it broke through that level on the way up, led to a really good rally at that point, and then really once it blew the roof off of 577, that darker green line you could see there, that's when it ended up really taking off. So it's the gift that kept on giving, right? CVNA, and still could keep on giving, but this has gotten a lot more volatile of a stock now compared to during the initial stages of this run that we had. So just be careful of that, but we'll definitely put the Carvana trade back on our list. One of a few runners. Obviously, we were focused on Bed Bath Beyond also today. We were focused on this, of course, from yesterday, but only continued to push up. Ended up snapping back above resistance off of 4. That went into like the late morning, the early afternoon right here as it broke back over 4. But from that point, higher lows, just kept giving. To have a $4, $5, $6 stock, Bed Bath Beyond or Carvana, for these stocks to make a 50, 60, 70-cent move, if not a hell of a lot more, it's an absolute success. It's an absolute home run scenario. So, hey, could it keep pushing up? Absolutely. And we'll look to jump back in should that look to be the case. But if you get out and you're content with your 40, 50-cent profit and you see the stock move on up, who cares? Honestly, if you are content with your money and you're up an amount that you're not normally up day to day, take the money and run, folks. You could always learn as to knowing why the stock continued to push up, or rather where you could look to re-enter on the position later on. So yeah, Bed Bath Beyond, I'll put with Carvana with putting these on our watch list. I like Carvana more though. It looks a little bit more active, a little bit more volatile in a good way. Bed Bath Beyond, not to say it's not volatile. You just saw this nasty shake going into 130 for as much as it had pushed up. Topped off right around 475, 470, and a big shake to boot. So, that could happen again, perhaps. But, otherwise, what you'd want to see is this to continue to show higher lows. And when if this does break the highs, and if this does look to try and make the push up towards 5, well, you'd want to see it make that move sooner than later. We're going to be approaching prime time trading again, heading into 3 o'clock, 3:30. So you do want to see the momentum pick up more. And if it's not on this, then it's going to be on one of the others that we're going to go through. So yeah, Carvana, Bed Bath Beyond, we'll start off with those two stocks. Then let's just go from top to bottom here, and we'll recap any of the other movers we ended up catching from the morning session. So BBAI, I guess I still have fib levels up on this, but nonetheless, this was a pop that we had after 8 o'clock. It was a great pre-market trade, as you could see, squeezed up just close to 4, but then it failed to break higher. It snapped down heading into the open, and that was pretty much it since. The only telling point of this trade, it ended up holding support roughly off of 275, 270 really well, but it never really gave you that squeeze that you'd want to have. And it's just more of a tease than anything, because with the lower highs that you're seeing, you were expecting for this to crash and break below that 275, 270 support much earlier. Hey, if you're watching this and you're missing out on Carvana or Bed Bath Beyond, who's that on? Come on. So you don't want to watch a stock that's just dead and flat. You're missing out on opportunity elsewhere, right? So for right now, I'll pass on this BBAI. Let's see what else we got, though, in between. XPON, you could definitely say the same now on the XPON. Nice pop from the late morning, early afternoon. Kern. I'll zoom out on this because this, this afternoon move doesn't really kind of do it justice. Ended up actually having a good pop. It was trending down off the highs leading into the open, so that's a little scary because you'd expect to see trend resume at some point. But after it blasted up right away, it ended up building support. It became more of a drag at that point with a little squeeze later on. But yeah, right now this current trade we're going to write off. You got GREE. I think this is a crypto blockchain Bitcoin mining affiliated stock, whatever you may want to call it. But it's been pushing up pretty well today. Whole market's pushed up. Bitcoin obviously took off overnight into this morning. So hey, if crypto is moving, then that could definitely be a good good thing to let this run up a little bit more, right? GREE. Dollar stock, cheapy. The fact it's near the highs right now, I don't mind slipping this just on our list here. All right, I got out on Y10 just in time. It looks like good. It was kind of low volume after I had called it out going into 130. I wasn't uber confident of a new run all the way up to the highs, but I saw it making higher lows, and I was thinking, it never really made that big pop after pre-market. So I wanted to give it a chance. I got like 12 or 11 cents out of it, but I just saw the volume waning down and it's just never a good look. So I'm happy I got out. It pulled back and the spreads are still kind of, or the order book is pretty thin. Spreads aren't terrible, I guess, but there's definitely better trades out there right now. All right, we got AGBA. It's tradable by sense of price and volume total, but it's just kind of inactive right now. Spreads are pretty big. Probably going to find a few different blockchain crypto mining affiliates like HUT, BTBT. I think there's one other off the top of my head. Hive. Oh, this one actually looks the best. Hive is up like 30%. I don't know if did I like jump over this? Yeah, I guess I did. Number 14 on the gainers list. Check this out. Nearly up 30%, trading just over 3 million shares. We have this Hive trade. Don't get me wrong. It ended up making a big squeeze from the end of last week into this week. It's already up big. It's up over 100% from that point. But hey, we've seen a lot of these runners just, BBAI today up over 232% in one trading session. So the way the Hive is moving right now, so long as the markets don't plunge and crypto goes with it, we'll definitely put this on our list. We got Hive, we got GREE. Now, is Mara going to be as good of a move today? We look back on another crypto, stock, Mara. The last 2 days, I've been telling you folks, and I've been correct with it. These stocks normally don't provide much in the afternoons. Like from 3:15 p.m. to the market close, these stocks rarely make that good-looking run that you'd want. Is it possible to squeeze out 10, 15 cents? Of course. But you know what I mean when I'm saying that big afternoon runner into the close. We've rarely seen these crypto stocks do that. So, does it look good? Yeah, it actually looks better now than it did the last 2 days like together. So I'll put this on our list. If Carvana and Bed Bath Beyond don't make that big push for me, then I'll jump to Mara personally and see if this can prove me wrong. All right, DRTS, MMV, all duds right now. I guess I did skip over a couple there. My scanner had to have refreshed on me. BGRY, SI. Forgot about SI. It's making a really good squeeze right now. How about this? Nice pop just recently off of 1370, 1375. Blasted up nearly $1 since. Yeah, obviously we're going to put this on our watch list here. How could we not with this SI trade? Ron typing out Coinbase in the chat board. So I would have gotten to Coinbase. It's just a little rugged for a $46, $47 stock. It's having a great day upwise. So if you're in from like 44, God bless. But you could be making better, pun intended, you could be making better coin on another stock. All right. For a $44, $45, $46 stock, you'd expect a bigger, stronger, more volatile move. Don't get me wrong. We like up. But there's probably better stocks that are trending just like this, that are cheaper, that are more worth the quote unquote opportunity. So we'll take a look. Maybe an American Airlines could be that. It's up 8, 9%, pretty flat right now. So it looks like it's cooled off. Lucid, LCID from Nicholas. Yeah, Lucid's been a nice mover, obviously making a very similar trend to Coinbase. This one approaching the pre-market highs, if anything. Out of the ones that we're kind of talking about, I'd be more inclined to put Lucid on our main list. Let's see if there's any ones looking even better. Obviously you see all my lines on Neo right now. Neo, it's at the highs of the day, but it's not up nearly as much as Coin or up nearly as much as Lucid. So I'm not as inclined to follow Neo right now. I think there's better trades. NCLH. Check out a couple other side list stocks here like GM, Shopify, Roblox. This is flat. What else we got, folks? I'll check out YouTube or Facebook Live, see if there's anything from you folks on social media right now. Definitely let me know. If anything, I don't mind that Lucid trade, Nicholas. That one, if anything, seems to be a decent opportunity. I'll just check out Benzinga Pro before we wrap up. We have Express EXPR. This looks pretty dead to me. I mean, it's at the highs, up 6%, but X4, same thing. GOEV, GOEV. This is an EV company. This stock has been a big tease to us in the past. It's treated us well, as at the same time off of news, but coming off that news, when you'd want to follow it again, it's really lackluster. So, hey, it's making a nice run right now from like 120 up to 131, and it's up 10%. So, it's really hard for me to not include this and put this on our watch list. Maybe you could say the same thing on Sober, SOBR, former runner we ended up having from October of last year. As you could see, ended up making a beautiful pop and run for us day over day then. Check out ATNF. I see this from Benzinga as well. This one not looking nearly as good. All right, so out of those that we just kind of looked at, I'll tell you the Sober trade, that one looked all right. The GOEV trade, not bad either. Fubo's at the high, FUBO. This one looks a little slow, though, to me. I'll pass on it. SoFi, not up as much at the highs. I'll pass on this, too. All right, so we'll put GOEV on our list and the Lucid trade. I like both of those in particular. All right, folks. So in total, we got 2, 4, 6, 8 different stocks that we'll be putting on our watch list here. I would strongly recommend for every one of us inside this live trading room to start and stick with this watch list that we're about to put out. You don't need to follow each and every one of them. Start with 2 or 3 of them. And then by 3 o'clock, if none of those 2 or 3 are really moving, then move on to another 2 or 3 from the list. And then at that point, look to see what's moving inside the trading room. Rich will be on the mic from 3 to 4 p.m. as usual. I'll be in the chat board up until 3:30. So if there's any other call outs that I see, I'll certainly look to call it out for you. All right. For all of us on Facebook Live or YouTube, hey, I appreciate you folks sticking with us here each and every day, each and every afternoon. I should have taken that banner off there at the bottom and put this one up right when we started. So for any of us on social media, Facebook Live or YouTube, if you see the green banner below at the bottom of the stream there, if you're interested in joining us inside our live trading room for a small trial, just go right down there at the bottom just to sign up for a week-long trial. For any of our new members right now that are joining us, I see Mark, I saw Catherine, I saw Bob just before. Make sure that you folks make time to talk to your education advisor. They're the middle man, middle woman perhaps as well, between you and Fausto, you and myself. So they'll be able to thoroughly walk you through this live trading room, making sure that you know where to access all of the class recordings that you have. Just give a call to the phone number right in the chat board I posted. That's our office phone number for any of our new members or otherwise new students that have any questions or would like to talk to their education advisor. All right, so folks, for all of us on Facebook Live or YouTube, hey, if you have any other questions, feel more than free to send it over through email. Josh@c2trading.com is my email. Always like to post that here at the end of these streams. Otherwise, though, folks, enjoy the rest of the day, and we'll look forward to catching back with everyone come tomorrow morning. Take care.